What's up everyone, Blade here, and welcome back to another video of 7DS Origins. Inside today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about the top 5 characters that I believe a lot of you guys should be trying to get and or invest in if you are looking forward to do better in this game. So if you guys are interested in this, be sure to sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It really does help me out a lot. And thank you guys for all the support on the last video that we did. Really did take some time to make that video, so I'm going to try hard to make this one just as good. So that out the way, let's get straight into it. Starting off with the top 5 position here, we have my man King. Now King is still one of my favorite units here, and it is kind of sad to see that he's not going to be crazy used more than the other units that we're going over today, but he is an exceptionally good character. He's going to be specializing in both the staff, book, and wand weapon, but primarily you're going to see him for his use as his earth weapon, being obviously the wand. Now, this is going to be mainly because he's going to be a supporter for the Earth team. Now, the Earth team or the Earth trio usually does specify or at least specialize a lot in consistent buffing, and he does just this with the defense buffing and attack buffing that he's able to provide based on his passive. It's exceptionally worth it and is one of the few things that a lot of people ended up using during the beta. And the main reason is because this character was paired alongside of Diane. It's kind of like a match made in heaven if you ask me, especially for a Diane and King enjoyer. I gotta say that this is perfect. He is a very powerful SSR, especially in the beta, and as long as they don't change the guy, he's gonna be insanely worth it. Now, of course, you can use his other weapons. They will have their uses, but normally he's always in a supportive role, and this is the one that usually gives him the best of the best. Seeing that Earth is exceptionally strong inside the beta here as well, it will make him use this wand a lot. So just get very accustomed to it. He's mainly just going to be there in the background to provide his passive and provide some of his skills. But other than that, you're not really going to use him too much other than just the regular buffs and passives that he gives out. But with that on out of the way, let's talk about our top 4 candidate. With our top 4 candidate here, this will be Elaine, which is kind of crazy that we end up having just the siblings as mainly the 2 people here, but she is going to be one of the most used supports, and the main reason for this is just like King. You're usually going to be using her with the Earth team itself, but she also specializes in the book, wand, and staff. Now the cool part about this is this unit can honestly be paired with other characters themselves here, and it's kind of nice to see something like that. But the main thing that you want to focus on is with the book, wand, and staff that she does have, the primary variant that you're going to end up using is going to be the book. And it's mainly because she's going to be an Earth supporter once again. It's a common trend that it looks like is happening inside the beta where Diane's team is very much so stacked, and the 2 supporters that we already went over, being King and now Elaine, are exceptionally stacked with their skills as well. She is a very hardcore Earth supporter, and this is mainly because she helps out with increasing physical damage as well as providing a special status that can be petrifying. And on top of this physical damage that she does have, she increases the Earth damage too, so it's kind of like a 2-in-1 situation. But with that special status, Petrify being a very good status here, it can simply knock the bosses down and leave them unable to do anything for a couple seconds. It's a short time span, but it helps you when you get some little bit of damage in there, especially if you do need that extra part. Another big reason that you're really going to be utilizing her, or at least utilizing her, is mainly because the Earth team itself is truly just exceptionally strong, but she's able to decrease the Earth burst resistance, making it so you're able to get your Earth burst even quicker than normal. And then of course, she's able to take down your damage taken on all allies who have a barrier. Well, here's the cool part about Elaine. She will always provide a barrier inside of one of her skills. Yes, you heard this right. She will always provide a barrier. This barrier is going to be on her normal skill, which is called Guardian's Blossom, in which it grants all her heroes with the said barrier defense. Now the cool part about this, it's a 20-second cooldown, and when that 20-second cooldown is up, her barrier is up, meaning she can do it again, meaning you will have a consistent barrier on you every single time, and it will always be refreshable. I think this is a really good supporter that you guys should try to aim for. And yes, many of these characters we're talking about today are SSRs. They're at least good to know what you want to have in the future. I'll have a different video that's probably going to be going over the top 5 for SR units, so look forward to that as well. But going into our top 3 here, let's go check them out. Now, I may have gave it away when I said him out here, and that is going to be Meliodas. Now, Meliodas, don't get it twisted by any means. He is very, very strong. Heck, probably one of the strongest like single ult nukers when it does come down to it here. But the cool part about him is, funnily enough, this unit works as a DPS and a DPS enabler. And what I mean by this is we're mainly going to be using like his one-handed sword, but he also can use his dual swords. And it's not only just for some small DPS or some decent DPS, but with the dual swords, he life steals, and which allows him to kind of act like a healer for your team. So on the off chance that you don't have a healer, you just want to deal some more damage overall and have that consistent damage, you could be well off with using just his dual swords, which allows you to stay in the fight longer and kind of have like a makeshift healer. But if you do want to just have some big PP damage, then the one-handed sword is probably going to be the thing that you want to go for, and it's definitely going to be the one I'm going to be using. Cool part about this character is he has a move called Blazing Cross, which I think is a little bit of a like I want to say like a sneak peek of the Grand Cross thing. If someone correct me on that if I'm wrong, but it's kind of like a little Easter egg for Grand Cross itself. And this move allows him to be the biggest nuker off of ult, which is insane. Pretty much if you get his buffs all line up and you're able to get off his burst, you'll deal some decent damage consistently, but nothing too crazy, right? But with the things that he does have in his passives, and how he's able to give darkness to the enemy, he pretty much is able to rip off not only that element that's on the enemy, but also all those darkness stacks. And when you use that ultimate, you will absolutely deal way too much damage than you have. I think there's people who've hit around like 300 to 500k with this character, and that is actually crazy. We got to keep in mind that, guys, this was in the beta. I don't know if that was with gear, I don't know if it was without gear, but seeing numbers like that, just even though if it's on an ult, is insanely powerful to actually see, meaning you can nuke a boss in no time. Now, this is also our first limited banner, so getting him is already going to be nice anyways, especially since he's darkness. You can pretty much just fit this character in any team no matter what happens, because remember, darkness doesn't really affect any of the bursts. It just makes them longer anyways, and placing him in a burst team is honestly going to be perfect for him. He can just come in, deal some crazy damage, and just get right back out. So I think this is a really good character to put in the top 3 spot, but obviously if you don't agree, let me know down below in the comment section. But let's go to our top 2. Now, our top 2 could be a little controversial because I can see how I can fight for the top 1's position, but number 2 is going to be Diane. Now, this is mainly because she's not only just the community's favorite here, but she's able to be very good in damage, but also can survive for a very long time. She's able to go through different bosses, story, and it just makes a lot of things really viable with her. Cool part about her is she has a ton of substitute units for her team, which is probably the most units in the game honestly geared to her, which is kind of cool. Building the Earth team honestly won't be too hard. You have characters like King and Elaine, which we've talked about, and she can do anything and everything with them. Plus, there's some SRs that legitimately, if you can't get the SSRs for her, they will have some really, really good buffs for the Earth team as SRs. So that's an awesome thing. But another good thing that is a reason that I placed her up here too is she can use all of her weapons. Every last one. You didn't hear me wrong. Every last one of her weapons are insanely usable. She can deal a ton of damage with each one. She can be very useful with each one. But if you really wanted to focus on one weapon, I would suggest her axe. Main reason for this is because it deals a ton of damage and it's all based on defense and attack, which is one of the few things that she can do with this weapon and absolutely excel at. If you have the right buffers with her and have the right setup, she does consistent devastational damage, which is absolutely amazing. And when you have her burst, it can make her exceptionally valuable to anything that you're facing or just any party you have her in. Now, on the off chance that you did not have the 5 stars needed, like I did say earlier, the 4 stars will be really good as well, such as characters like Tiore, who can still be assisting her exceptionally strong as well. So that's always a good thing. She has probably the most assisted units anyway, so I mean, why wouldn't you want to get the character? And it's kind of hard to say that she's a top 2. I would rather put her at a top 1 because I am a DN simp, but for the character in top 1, I think she does belong there. So let's go ahead and talk about that in a second. Now our top one, many of you probably have already guessed it, but the Holy Knight herself, Jericho, is number one here. Now, she is the absolute god of damage. It is kind of scary. She gets this pretty easily, and the only issue that she really does have is kind of surviving. And I think mainly that's because at the time we didn't have a lot of time to really farm up gear, and a lot of the people that were in the beta also didn't have a lot of time to farm up gear. But the one thing they all can say is that this character just dishes out damage. She can use, of course, the dual swords, lance, or rapier, but the one that you're primarily going to be using is going to be the dual swords themselves. This allows her to deal consistent back attacks, which gets up her crit, while also giving her a ton of damage in general for her whole kit. And with the quick fighting style that she has, obviously, she's building up her burst very quickly, meaning the more burst you can get off, the better. Her main gimmick is staying behind the enemies, so with the amount of things that she's able to do, and which goes from like teleporting behind the enemy and just you moving around behind the enemy as well, this will make critting everything and dealing all this huge damage absolutely worth it. All you gotta do is go ahead and use Frozen Saber or her weapon enhancement, and you will have a ton of crit rate at your disposal, allowing you to deal consistent high tier damage from back attacks. So I mean, like, hey, this character is meant to just deal so much damage that it makes no dang sense. On the off chance you can get her duped up, of course, you will shred anything and everything in your way. Only problem, as I said before, is going to be the healing. So I mean, you do got to keep that in mind. Try to get up your armor, try to get up all your gear, and at least make sure you have a healer of some sort, or maybe just use Meliodas and the lifesteal set to really utilize the best of her potential. Good part about this is she does work really well with Meliodas as well, so if you want to run both of them together, you very well can do that as well. She is a huge top tier speed farm unit, so doing this will be absolutely amazing if you're looking forward to farming anything. Which now leads me to the end of the video. As you saw, those were the top 5 units, and if you guys did not agree on some of them, let me know down below in the comment section. At the end of the day, this is a little bit subjective, and if there are other people who have other things to offer to the conversation, let me know about down below, and I'll be perfectly fine with going ahead and commenting with you as well. And for anyone who is new here, my name's Blade. Of course, drop a like, drop a subscribe. It really does help me out a lot, and if you are feeling nice, be sure to leave a comment as well. Everything does help out the channel, and I can't wait to make more content for you all. But for now, I'll see you guys later. Peace.